afternoon, Panther Nation. It's your First Lady, and I'm here to address the nation. First off, I'd like to thank any of you who were praying for my grandmother during this time. I was on a 2-week hiatus. My grandmother was in the hospital. She was sick, but she's home. She is doing very well, and I'd like to say thank you because your prayers worked. So we are the NFC South champions. A lot has happened since I've been preoccupied with life. So Carolina, we won. Our Panthers won 11 of our last 12 games, and you'd think it would earn us respect. You'd think with the likes of beating Drew Brees and Tom Brady, it would give our team some sort of a notoriety, the number 2 seed in a loaded NFC, that it would give us some command. You'd think that beating the 4Whiners in San Francisco would at least make Carolina a nominal favorite for the Sunday's divisional round playoff clash in Charlotte, but that's just too much to ask for. No. So it didn't take long for the game to, as far as wagers and pick'em lines, to swing in San Francisco's favor. They are a 2-point favorite going up against us in Charlotte. And this is Vegas's way of saying that should the game have been played in Candlestick Park, San Francisco, they would be favored by 8 points. And, I'd like to say it's still early, but it amazes me how quickly people are backing San Francisco's case overwhelmingly. And I'm not going to name drop here, but, any major sports media site, the major consensus is saying that the 4Whiners are the best team in the NFL. They are unstoppable. And the Panthers, it was a nice run, you guys, but you're going home. Well, we already are home, dumbasses. But, this is a team that they're saying is the best in the NFL that we beat at its home park earlier this season. And what really struck me was after the Packer game, they narrowly defeated the fucking Packers. And, Colin Kaepernick, was all like, oh, we owe them. So, the Packers actually, and this is what blows my mind right here. The fucking Packers, held the 4Whiners running back Frank Gore to 3.3 yards per carry in a wild card matchup. So, granted, Kaepernick had a great game. He was able to burn the Packers for over 98 yards over 7 carries, but Carolina's, our second-ranked defense, is unlikely to allow that bitch any time to run. Bitch ain't running. I can tell you right now. Bitch won't have time to run, because the only thing that he owes us is more fucking time on his back. That's what he owes us. Time on his ass in the grass. So, Panthers play zone, which, as opposed to the man-to-man that the Packers employed against the San Francisco in the wild card round. So, a lot of eyes are always on this Kaepernick dude, and I call him Squidward because I think the uncanny resemblance between the two of them is just like, ha 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 ha. I feel like, dude, Squidward. So the quarterback, dude, Kaepernick he's not going to be able to break off for big runs at all. Need I remind everybody that the Packers defense is some Swiss fucking cheese, alright? Yeah, he was able to run. Cam would fucking probably run a touchdown in against the Packers defense. So, but that's the Packers. And hey, they lost the Packers and, but more than their zone defense, my Panthers, front and 7, will keep Kaepernick bottled up. In their meeting at Candlestick, we sacked Kaepernick 6 times. And even crazier is the fact that Hardy, the Kraken, wasn't even in on that. So, he actually got 15 sacks this year, including 10 after the 49er game and 7 in his 2 final games. So I'm really looking to see a really big game from him. I really am looking for him to step up. I think he will. Add to that a healthy Charles Johnson, who totaled 11 sacks even after missing 3 games. And I know your boy Kaepernick, 49ers fans, he's going to feel that heat coming right off the snap, But what really makes my Panthers defense so elite are the linebackers. Most notably, Thomas Davis and Luke Kuechly, a tandem that totaled for 279 tackles, 6 sacks, 6 interceptions, 15 passes deflected, and 1 forced fumble. They've got incredible speed, awareness, and their football intelligence rivals that of fucking Mozart with music intelligence. They can fucking read anything. And you know what? That unstoppable, quote-unquote, Kaepernick, he's human. And holding him to 107 total yards in our meeting earlier this season, is nothing to really sneeze at. So, the talking heads obviously would shrug at this. They like to give Kaepernick every excuse in the book. Oh, he had a bad game. He has Michael Crabtree and Vernon Davis now, and will be able to pick apart the inexperienced Panthers secondary. Well, do you remember what happened to the last guy that talked shit about my secondary? Just a thought. What was that? Santonio Holmes? Oh, what happened to him? Anyway, maybe. I can't, you never know what's going to happen any given Sunday. This might happen. But last time I checked, Cam Newton, my boy Cam, he didn't exactly set the world on fire in San Francisco. He totaled only 184 yards and failed to put the ball into the end zone either on the ground or through the air. If Kaepernick is expected to play better the second time around, and I'm sure he will likely play a lot better, then so will Cam Newton. He has experienced so much growth as a quarterback and a leader this year, in his 3rd year in the league. And you know what? I got a lot of respect for the 49ers. They're coming off, they got a lot of experience. They made the Super Bowl championship, the NFC championship and the Super Bowl last year. So, to be fair, this experience is invaluable, and San Francisco, they definitely benefit from having been here before. But you know what? I feel like my team's experience is underestimated. We haven't been to the playoffs since Jake Delhomme's 6th turnover NFC divisional round game in 2008, but we do have some experience on our roster. So, my boy Quentin, he spent most of his career with talented Philadelphia teams that advanced deep into the playoffs. Florence and San Diego. Edwards has playoff experience with the Ravens. Thomas Davis and Charles Johnson were both key elements in the last Panthers team to make the playoffs. So, offensively, we can't forget to mention that Mike Tolbert has playoff experience with San Diego. And much of the offensive line is stuck together through the years dating to the last playoff appearance in 2008. So, of course, obviously, that it goes without saying D'Angelo Williams, Jonathan Stewart, and certainly Steve Smith have ample experience in the playoffs. But people underestimate Cam. He knows a thing or two about playoff football. He won a big game while at Auburn. So, what does this mean for our Panthers team, Panther Nation? Well, Ron Rivera had this to say on the matter. Being the underdog, I guess, takes pressure off us and puts pressure on them. Now they have expectations for them, but we're at home. We're going to come out, show up, and do the best we can. It's a big week. We know it is. We're going to show up on Sunday. We're going to play. It'll be a lot of fun. So go ahead. Talk about the 49ers. Talk about the incredible defense led by Patrick Willis, Navario Bowman, and Justin and Aldon Smith. Talk about the offensive playmakers, Frank Gore, Michael Crabtree, and Vernon Davis. And please, oh please, keep talking about the unstoppable Colin Kaepernick. Quite frankly, the Panthers don't care. And quite frankly, neither does our fucking nation. We invite you to. So boom. As always, Panther Nation, your First Lady urges you to keep pounding. If you're going to that game Sunday, if you know anybody who's going to that game Sunday, make sure you're fucking loud. I don't want Squidward to hear shit when he's on our field. I want him to be fucking confused as hell. Get so loud that you would think someone ran over your fucking dog. Alright? Get that loud. Like Kaepernick ran over your fucking dog. Yell at him. Yell, scream, be loud, and just support our boys. Alright, anyway, that'll be all. Good luck on Sunday, 49ers fans. I do respect your team a great deal. This is just entertainment purposes only, after all. And you can keep our nature boy, right? You can keep him because we don't need his ass. That Golden Gate Bridge has been burned, bitches.